is before the breakout towards all-time high records at $3,000 at around 2,090.70 at around 18 or 17 of March. So certainly there has been a huge decrease, but certainly with a lot of uncertainty has started to rebound back higher, hitting the highs at around 30.60 before slowing down towards the current price, where we are seeing that the sideways momentum has always been around 3,015 towards 3,040 and has never been above it. So definitely we could be seeing that the market will be hanging on around this sideways area 3,015 towards 3,040 unless something changes, or certainly any news that could be impacting the market would be having a great impact on the market as well. But so far from what I have been receiving, the news tonight won't be that much, and definitely the biggest thing that will be happening on the market will be coming up from the US FOMC meeting minutes, which will be released today, if I'm not on the April 10th. So definitely regarding those market, I think we're gonna need to take some time before we really do see any market reactions. But definitely the tariff side will be a very interesting thing, and it could be an evolving situation, and we haven't seen any end to sight for now. So I'm expecting that the market could be having a lot of volatility coming up next on the market, guys. Okay. Alright, so with that, my view on the market is still very clear. I'm still looking at the short term. We're going to see some sideways, some consolidations on the long term, especially if I'm going to show you guys the daily chart. It will show you guys a very clear trend on the market, which has been moving on a sideways market for quite some time, guys. As you guys could see, market has been correcting from its high, and I already think that the market has been overextended. A correction is very needed on this gold market. So we have already been seeing that, and right now we actually do see that the market has already started slowing down, and certainly give us something to watch on the market, where we are expecting that the market could be, after hitting the lows, hitting the support around 1 month ago. This has actually shown that the gold market has managed to retain its uptrend. That's a very clear thing. 1, 2, after having that consolidations, meaning there won't be any trouble for prices to see where would be the strongest support is around 3,010 for now. On the daily time frame, it's still very clear on the market. We are still seeing that the uptrend is still existed and still remaining. And despite all of the turbulence we are seeing on the global market, gold has actually maintained its position as the least suffered asset, because out of those, gold is the best performing asset over the last few days, guys. Okay, so certainly this is a asset that you guys need to watch, especially if you guys are trading on the long term using daily time frame. Certainly this is a very good asset for you guys to try to pitch in and try to see how the market moving on the long run, because I do see that there's a very bright market movement on the gold, especially on the next few days, with the consolidations looks like almost heading towards the end, where consolidations around 2,950, 3,000 is a very strong support on the long run, guys. Okay, so with that, I think on the short term, if you guys are trying to look at 15-minute time frames, I believe that there won't be a lot of good trading opportunities, guys, because usually I'll be looking at short terms to see if there is any good market opportunity, but for now I don't really see any. Why I'm saying that? Because if you guys look at the charts, we have already been hitting the resistance for quite some times over the last few hours, especially since the starting of Asian sessions till now. We are not seeing any signs that the market is slowing down, so I'm expecting that there's a more of a tendency that the market will be moving on a sideways rather than on a trend. And especially today, with not a lot of news coming out of the market, we could be expecting that the market will be slowing down at the very least, guys. Okay, so maybe if you guys are trying to take a long-term position, that's a different thing. But if you guys are trading for scalping or swing trading, or definitely you're just trying to focus on day trading, I would be suggesting that maybe the best thing today is trying to maintain your position and try to trade on the most day trading, where we are seeing sideways is the most obvious trend for the short-term market right now, guys. Okay, alright, so let us see the other markets for now. So if you guys love what you guys have been hearing, you guys could give us a thumbs up, give us your likes, and definitely we are doing our live streaming sessions every day with you guys, so you guys are welcome to follow us, so you guys could be getting insightful insights from us every day regarding how the market is moving on the long run and the short run as well. Okay, so for now we've already been discussing what could be happening on the gold market, and I believe most of the market moving on the long term, short term, we have already been discussing it. So actually I'm quite curious, what are your views about the gold market, guys? Can you guys let me know on the market and on the comments whether what is your view on the market right now, guys? Because honestly today I'm not expecting too much of a market movement. That is certainly the case, guys, because market has been slowing down. We are going through sideways, maybe after my live streaming sessions, and we could be seeing market started to move a little bit faster, and probably we could be breaking out of the sideways. Otherwise I'm not looking at any clear market movement for now, especially with the current movement has been quite slow and volume hasn't been much. If it needs to break through, I'm going to see that price reactions and price actions should be accommodating to each other, meaning that prices, if break through higher, we need to see prices to go higher with higher volumes to get the confirmations. That is the most important thing, especially if you guys are trading on the short term. On the long term, I've already mentioned my views. I'm still very much optimistic, and the current market with such a turbulent time, it's a very normal thing to see a correction, but gold is the least affected trading assets compared to the rest. So definitely I'm going to see gold will be outperforming other trading assets, and definitely we could be seeing gold could be moving higher in the near future after the escalation started to slow down on the tariff side, guys. Alright, so what do you guys think on the market? Do you guys see gold could be going higher for today, or could it be remaining stagnant, meaning it will just be moving on sideways? Can you guys let me know on the comments, guys, because I'm very much interested about it as well with you guys. Okay, so if you guys love what you guys have been hearing, how are the market moving, what's the most recent action that could be moving, you guys could definitely give us your thumbs up, give us your likes, and definitely don't forget to follow us if you guys don't want to miss out on any important insights that we are sharing on every single market with you guys every single day. Okay, so next we'll be looking at the gold counterpart, which is the silver market, guys, because silver market has actually been moving in a quite, I would say, in a disastrous manner. And why I'm saying that, because silver itself hasn't been that friendly compared to gold, and certainly I've already been expecting that silver would be facing a lot of tougher times, as I've always mentioned to you guys. So as you guys could see right now, I'm showing you guys what is happening on the daily time frame, and it has actually been showing you guys a very clear market trend where we are seeing that the silver market has been able to break down of its uptrend channel. Then definitely we are started to see a reversal sign happening, even though the reversal is a very short period of time. It's just taking 1 or 2 days the most, but the overall trend has changed, and we started to see that the silver market has returned towards its major sideways, trading between $28.80 towards $34, and this is definitely not a very good sign on silver, especially after being able to build up on that uptrend for almost 3 months period and just ending its uptrend in just a slight 4 trading days. Is definitely a scary market movement, guys. But overall, this is the thing that could be happening on the market, where markets could be built thousands of days and destroyed in just single day, guys, and that's what is definitely happening on the silver market, especially if you guys are taking a closer look on the oil market. It could be also implying the same thing as well to you guys. So for now, what is happening on silver, I'm expecting that prices should be moving towards this major sideways around $28.70 to $34. However, on the short run, I'm expecting, after such a huge decline in just 3 days, as you guys could see, dropping by a total of 11%, I'm expecting that on the short run we are going to see a little bit of market rebound, before we are started to see that market will be moving on a sideways area. So definitely I'm not that bullish on silver compared to the gold market, as I've already mentioned to you guys, because silver market hasn't been really well appreciated compared to gold, and certainly we need to put that distinction between these two assets, guys. Alright, so for now, on the short run, market movement has been quite similar, where it has been dropping during the early Asian sessions, and then nearing the end of it, we started to see that the silver market started to rebound, hitting today's high at around $38.80, and right now we are trading around $30.30 to $29.80, moving on this sideways trend. Even though it started to break down of its short-term downtrend, but overall the market is very weakened, and there's only a small chances of breaking out higher if it has been able to build up this momentum and moving alongside with gold. Otherwise, I'm not looking at any signs that silver could be coming back to its original uptrend, because it's already long gone. And certainly from here, we are started to see that the silver market will be moving majorly between the ranges of $30.80 towards the most to $29.75. Overall, the market trend is still stagnant. I'm not expecting a huge market movement for this current session, so I do expect that maybe it's time to focus more on what's the biggest moving market for now, coming up from the silver market, could be coming up from gold, which has a bigger potential to move even further than what you guys could be thinking right now. Okay, so definitely short term, I'm still seeing a little bit of pressure on silver, but there could be higher chances of a rebound. But on the long run, so definitely if you guys are looking at short term, silver market will be moving on sideways and has a chances of a small rebound happening. But on the long run, definitely I'm not expecting it will be returning to its original uptrend channel, guys, because it has already been far gone, because we've already been through a lot of tough markets, and definitely silver market isn't the one that will be sustaining its good trend usually most of the time. That's why if you guys are still trading on the silver market, I would suggest to you guys maybe a little bit careful. Don't put the same risk management what you guys are doing on gold also applying the same on the silver market, because both market is totally different and it has been moving on a different direction for most of the time, guys. Alright, okay, so definitely right now the pressure is still going lower, but I'm still expecting that on the next few days short-term rebound. On the long run, pressure should still remain high to go down, guys. Okay, so what are your thoughts, guys? Do you agree with my view that silver on the long run should have more selling pressure? Or do you guys think that, oh, I still believe that silver could be going higher together alongside with gold? Can you guys let me know what are your thoughts on the market, guys? Because definitely a good sharing is a good thing, and definitely knowing what you guys think right now on the market could really help you guys to think through and decide what you guys are going to do on your next trade, guys. Alright, so let's go back, see what has been happening on the gold market, and then we'll see what is happening on the US dollar index, guys, because certainly what is happening on the US dollar index will be highly affecting the overall gold market as well as the silver market. But the most important thing, the US dollar index impacts a lot of other trading assets, including Forex pairs, guys. Okay, so in a moment we'll be trying to see what is happening on the gold market movement. Is there any good chances for a short-term buy? Because I'm looking at the charts right now, there's actually some good signs. Maybe you guys could take a look. Maybe there's a good chances to do some short-term opportunities here as well, guys. Alright, So if you guys love what you guys have been hearing around our analysis on the gold, silver market, and definitely I'll be touching on the short term, on the long term. If you guys love it, you guys could follow us, and don't forget to subscribe, because we'll be doing this kind of analysis on all trading assets with you guys together. And definitely we'll be very much appreciative of your likes and thumbs up, guys, because definitely it means a lot that you guys love what you guys have been hearing, and we'll be doing this to you guys every day, sharing our insights with you. All right. Okay, guys, so right now I'm still not getting the confirmation yet. Prices has been weak every time, almost hitting today's 30-35 area. Still returns much weaker than expected, so that's why I will always be waiting for confirmations to the market before deciding to entry, meaning I'll be waiting for a clear breakout from the short term if you guys are entering the trades. But certainly I'm still expecting that the market will still be moving slower for the gold market, especially with the market that's just been moving on this sideways range for much of the day since the Asian session started hitting the highs. Right now it's already coming back towards the lower side of this sideways area on the gold market. Definitely, what's your view on the market, guys? Do you think that gold will be slowing down near this range, or should it be going higher instead, guys? Alright, so you guys could let me know on the market, but for now I'm still a bit pessimistic for today. I'm still expecting that the gold market movement will be slower for tonight as well, guys. Okay, so if you guys have any view, what are your views on the market, you guys could let me know on the comments, guys, on the chat, and I'll be reading on it, and we can have a discussions about what is going on and what is your view on the market as well. All right. So we are still very much undecided yet, but price action hasn't been that well, so I would say there's no confirmation for now, and certainly there's still a long way to go on the short run, on the long run especially, guys, because if you guys aren't patient enough, you guys won't be able to see how the market reactions later on. All right. Okay, so the market has been moving. We are going to see how the market reaction works. Alright, but it seems that market hasn't been moving much, so we'll be moving on towards our next analysis, which I think a lot of you guys will be very much interested to hear, guys, because these trading assets affect a lot of market movement, and certainly there will be a huge things happening on this market as well. Gold, silver are always affected by the US dollar index, and certainly I believe that you guys don't want to miss out on this trading analysis on the US dollar index. So if you guys wanted to hear more, definitely don't forget to give us your likes, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to follow and subscribe us for more information, insights every single day for you, with you guys every day on our live streaming sessions on YouTube and TikTok, guys. Okay. So if you guys are watching my analysis right now and you guys think, oh, I'm just seeing a part of your screen, don't worry, guys. You guys could be clicking on the setting and choose the horizontal setting, so you guys could be seeing the full screen instead of just a small part of your screen if you guys are watching from TikTok, guys. Okay. Alright, so right now let us start, see what is happening on the US dollar index, because I think it's a very interesting topic for me personally. Okay, so what is the most recent action happening out of the US dollar index, guys? Okay, so right now what you guys are looking at is the daily chart of the US dollar index, and certainly I believe if you guys do understand trading, or if you guys are just very new towards it, no worries. I believe that you guys could see something that is very clear on the market. What it is? What is it? Do you guys see on the market? I believe that most of you guys currently could see that the US dollar index from the beginning of the February already shown us the signs that market is still weakening and show no improvement in terms of the market movement, meaning that the price action has been weak, and we are still seeing that price action is still showing us a very clear downtrend. That is very certain, guys. That's one. Two, if you guys are looking on the short term, after breaking down due to the reasons that I believe most of you guys have already known, that the effect of tariff have really weakened down the US dollar index. And for now, over the last 1 month, I believe, guys, we are already seeing that the US dollar index has been quite weakened around this sideways area and hasn't really changed much yet. And since then, we are just seeing that the US dollar index has been moving around 103 to 104. And then after the Liberation Day, we started to see that the US dollar index suddenly weakened as fast as expected with the turbulent drops on the global market. And right now we are starting to see that it has already started to slow down since that the US dollar market hasn't been moving that much, and once it dropped that much, we are going to expect there will be a small rebound, and it's usually certainly the case, guys. And right now prices has been able to consolidate between 101.5 towards 102.8. So we are seeing that the market has been moving on the sideways area and hasn't been moving showing any signs of reversal, and it's just a very normal market movement where after dropping that much in just 1-2 days, it's very normal to see price action to have a small rebound, which has already been happening. Okay, so that's the sign. But what is the next market movement, guys? So if right now we are going to see what is going to happen on the short run, right now let me show you guys what is happening on the shorter time frame on the 15-minute charts. So what really happened since yesterday is we actually see that the market has been moving on a high note yesterday, as you guys could see, close after hitting 1% rebound on the US dollar index. But tonight on this market, we are just actually seeing that the US dollar index has been moving on a sideways range. And why I'm saying it's a sideways range, guys, because if you guys take a closer look at this US dollar chart on this 15-minute time frame, we have actually seen that the market has just been moving on this sideways range. So during the early market sessions, we do see that the gold market has been weakened, and I believe it's primarily delivered by the strength coming out from the US dollar index. But after hitting the highs of these last few days, we have never able to see that the US dollar index managed to break through out of it, unless something changes on the market or there's any situation improving on the tariff side or any fundamental side. Otherwise, I'm looking at a much more likelihood that the US dollar index will still remain between this sideways range on the short run, moving on this spot sideways range. And certainly the gold has been able to hit the high at 3060 due to the weaknesses on the US dollar index, and right now it has been stabilizing at a sideways range between 3015 towards 3035. And we are primarily seeing that because the US dollar index hasn't been moving that much. And with those kind of market movement, I'm not expecting that the market could be moving higher than that with such a slow market movement happening on the US dollar index. And why I'm saying that, because the US dollar index has a very high influence and also one of the biggest factors how the gold market is moving. So a lot of factor is moving gold market, but definitely one of it is coming out from the US dollar index. And certainly if the US dollar index move, it could be impacting the gold market, guys. Alright. So as you guys could see, I will not be expecting that the US dollar index will be having such huge movement, or especially a huge reversal, as with the current situation ongoing. There's no improvement in terms of how the tariff is working around the world. So I'm expecting that the US dollar index will still remain on this downward path and no signs of a reversal unless something changes on the market. Otherwise, I'm expecting that the market will just be moving on these ranges, guys. Alright. So short term, I'm expecting a short term rebound, but on the long run, I'm still expecting that the US dollar index will still remain weakened on the longer market view runs. Okay, so definitely with this, the US dollar index weakened, and what you guys could be using out of this insight, guys. With the US dollar index weakened, usually some trading asset will be benefited. So later on I'll be touching on that. But certainly gold market will be one of it. So certainly if you guys are trading on the gold market, can you let me know who are trading gold market? Can you type 1 on the comments, on the chats? I would really love to know who are the guys who are love to trade gold market, because so far from what I'm seeing, there's not much that you guys are saying that you guys are trading on the gold market, which is a very surprising thing, because usually people will be trading on the gold market quite often. And certainly with the weaknesses appearing on the US dollar index on the short run, I believe that nothing much has changed in terms of the forex market, and later on I'll be touching on this topic with you guys. But with how the forex market has been moving and how it has been reacting, we're actually seeing that it's very clear that we are seeing that the market has been quite slow, and certainly that's the case. And most of the currency market has also been moving. I would say some has been moving higher, but also started to retreat it. And we are also seeing that the market is also moving in such fashion, guys, because a lot of things has been very clear that tonight the forex pair has been quite mixed. I would say some has been going quite stronger, some has been going quite weaker. So for instance, tonight the GBP is the weakest market movement on the forex pair. So certainly it's not surprising, because that's one of the things happening also. And definitely what is happening on the Canadian dollar, and also what is happening on the Australian and New Zealand dollar has actually been quite a big market movement happening as well, guys. Okay, so I'm expecting that there will be some good market movement happening as a result, and be prepared for it, because definitely with the weaknesses appearing on some trading assets, and the US dollar index still remains not changed much, so I'm expecting that there will be a bigger market movement from here on. Alright, so let us head back towards the gold market and see where is the current opportunity heads us next, guys. Alright, okay, so it turns out after looking at the US dollar index, we decided to see there's a slight improvement happening on the gold market, and has been able to break out of the 30.36, 30.34, 30.40 resistance area, and this has actually been a very good sign. So we are going to get some confirmation. However, I think it's very early to say, especially with me trading on the swing side or also the longer term. Definitely I will be waiting for much more confirmation, guys, because it's a bit early. But if you guys are trading on the short term, so I think there's a lot of good market movement happening here and there, and I hope that you guys have been able to utilize this market movement, because with this kind of market movement, we're actually expecting that if it can close on a high ground with a higher trading volume, this is certainly a good case for the gold market, guys. And right now we are looking at a 15-minute time frame. So for now, if you guys are just trading on the short term and you guys have been able to do some long positions around the low, I would suggest that you guys could maybe take some of your small short-term profits here, because I'm seeing that 30.40 still remains quite a strong resistance, and so far we haven't get confirmation that the market is going faster. So definitely I will be saying that the best thing to do is try to take some profits of your short-term position if you guys have been entering the trades in the most recent minutes. But if you guys are holding it since long run, definitely this market movement, if it has been confirmed, we could be looking at a longer term market movement, and this is a very good sign, guys. Alright, So I believe if you guys have just joined our live streaming sessions, you guys are welcome. But we have already been discussing what is the possible implications on the market, on the gold market. So I believe if you guys have missed it and you guys wanted to know, you guys don't worry, you guys could still be enjoying our live streaming sessions analysis tomorrow, as long as you guys don't forget to follow us. So when we will start our live streaming sessions, you guys will be notified. And certainly you guys will also be getting any insights from our short videos where we have already been sharing some interesting insights, including what is happening on a global basis and what trading pair has been moving well and what you guys should be worried about. Yes, right. Okay, so if you guys love what you guys have been hearing over the last half an hour, you guys could definitely give us a likes, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to follow us for more daily insights from me, guys. Okay. Alright, the gold market started to slow down. So if you guys, like I said, has just started to put your trades, make sure that you guys could take some of your short-term profits near the high 30-40, guys, because prices hasn't been confirmed yet. Prices has been weak. Alright, guys, so definitely pay attention because prices hasn't been moving as fast as expected, and prices still remains quite volatile around these ranges, especially near the resistance at 30-40, guys. Alright, so be careful. And if you guys are doing a long-term trades, your view could be different. But short-term, definitely I would say be worried, guys. Okay, so take half your positions and still hold some of your positions in hand as well. Okay, because prices has been moving well, prices hasn't been ending, we still need to wait for further confirmations happening on the gold market, and there could be a possibility where the confirmations is we could be hitting back towards today high at 30-50, guys. So stay tuned, guys. Alright, what about Sol and Pi? Okay, Kazin, so can you tell me what is Sol and Pi? I don't really understand. Can you explain? And then we'll try to see it together with you guys. Okay. Alright, so with the gold market movement in this way, I'm expecting a little bit of positive sign also happening on the silver market. So silver market could also benefit it on the short term, even though it's not much, but certainly gold and silver market movement is mimicking one another most of the time, and certainly it has also been mimicking the gains appearing on the gold market for now. So this is actually a very good sign, and prices have been also going up higher. Okay, so certainly this is a good thing, and we'll see how it works, guys. Alright. Okay, Pi network. I don't really understand about it because we are talking about Forex, stock indices, as well as commodities. So we don't really touch on those topics, Kazin. But don't worry, if you wanted to look at Solana, I believe is that the case. Solana has actually been moving quite well in terms of it has been going on a downtrend. Certainly there could be some opportunity if you are trading on it. You guys could also be putting a short position. I believe that could be moving quite well as well. Alright. Okay, so for now, as I've said, we've gotten a confirmation. There could be some good movement appearing next on the market. Stay tuned, watch out. Target could be here, guys. Okay. Okay, so far we are still seeing that the gold has started to slow down. Probably could be offering some good entry point near the lows. Make sure you guys be careful. Certainly a better entry point is near the lows, and definitely we'll be looking at how it works later on, guys. Alright. Okay, so gold, silver has been quite weakened, and the US dollar index is also still stable around this area. So I'm expecting that the gold market movement will still remain quite slow for now, because prices hasn't been able to break out higher than 30-40, and price reaction hasn't been that well after breaking out the 30-40 price action, guys. Okay, so I'll be waiting for more reactions and see how it works later on the market. 5.33 of cents. I don't really understand, Kazim. Can you explain yourself? I think I'm a little bit confused by your answer, Kazim. 5.33 off cent. Can you explain yourself, Kazim? Okay, so prices have still been reacting well. I'll still be waiting for confirmations on the gold market before I would say this could be a very good chance to enter, guys, because there could be a possible short-term target here, right? Stay tuned, guys. So if you guys love what you guys have been hearing, don't forget to follow, subscribe to us, and definitely don't forget to give us your likes, to give us a thumbs up, because we are sharing these insights with you every day from Monday to Friday, 6:30 p.m. Singaporean time till 8 p.m. Singaporean time here, guys. Okay. Alright, for now, prices is still remain quite slow. Certainly, I will still wait for later confirmations, but be careful, guys, because there could be some good opportunities happening on the gold market, guys. Okay. Okay, price reaction has been quite well. I'm expecting the same thing that could be happening also on the silver market, guys. So watch out, there could be some good opportunities on the short term, guys. Alright, so be careful, guys. There's some good opportunities. Both gold, both silver. It's been moving quite well, guys. Okay. Alright, so prices started to slow down. So we got prices started to slow down, this is a very good entry point. Put your risk limit. Certainly prices have still been quite slow. Silver hasn't been moving much, so I do expect this is a very normal market reaction coming out from gold, but there could still be good chances to hit 30.50 at the end of the market, right? So pay attention, guys. Okay. So right now, let us see what has been happening on the US dollar index against the other currency pair. Because right now, if you guys take a closer look, that the currency side has been moving on such a clear pattern, especially mostly on the silver side. Why I'm saying that? Because if you guys take a closer look, we have actually been looking at a good possibility that the market on the Forex side has been moving in a good trend, especially one coming out very particularly clear is coming out from the GBP, where pound sterling has been quite weakened, as you guys could see for tonight, and against the stronger pair, which is coming out from the Swiss franc as well as the Japanese yen market. So there could be some good interesting opportunities happening here, and I hope that you guys could be able to take some good chances coming out of here. Okay, so with that, we could be actually trading against the pound sterling, because pound sterling has been quite weakened against the stronger pair. For instance, we could actually be trading the AUD against the GBP, NZD against the GBP, Euro against the GBP, or the Japanese yen against the GBP. So for instance, let me show you guys. Okay, so right now we have already been seeing that the GBP has been quite weakened, so I think there's a good chances to trade short on this currency pair, guys, because with the weaknesses appearing on the market, there could be a good chances to see that the pound sterling could be remain weakened. As you guys can see right now on the screen, on the daily time frame chart, it has been very clear that with the weaknesses, it has been showing that after going through a sideways trend, prices started to break down. We are starting to see there's some signs of reversal happening on the GBP USD chart, and on the short run, you could actually be seeing good chances to enter the trades, especially with prices still remains weakened and no signs of improvement, where selling pressure has been high with such a huge selling volume as well. So certainly this is a very good case of the market scenario happening, where we are seeing that the US dollar index has remained quite stable. Meanwhile, at the same time, we see that the GBP has been quite further weakened. So this is actually a very good example what is happening against a weaker currency pair against a stronger currency pair. So definitely this is a very good case if you guys wanted to utilize this chance to make a short trade, and this is certainly one of those situations, guys. All right. So for other instances against the weaker currency pair, you guys could be actually trading. Let's say you guys could be trading with the market against, let's say, GBP/JPY, where we have already been seeing that the GBP/JPY has been quite weakened against the Japanese yen, as you guys could see, and it has been remained under pressure. GBP/AUD is also showing the same thing. GBP/CHF. So most of the trading pair against the weaker pair could actually been giving you guys a very clear signs that this currency is weakening, and you guys could actually be using these chances to put a short-term trade against those currency, guys, because with these chances happening on the market, you guys could actually be looking at some good opportunity. Let's say, for instance, you guys have seen the weaknesses appearing on the US dollar against the Swiss franc, and you guys could execute a long trade. So this is a clear, simple trade that you guys could be using. How the currency trend charts is working, and you guys could be executing the trades based on the short-term trend. Try to find a good entry point and enter when you got the confirmation as you guys trade. Yes, but certainly USD/CHF is definitely one of it, based on today's stronger currency pair, or even against, let's say, US dollar/Japanese yen, which prices has been remaining quite strong for tonight against the Japanese yen, as you guys could see. But overall, it's a very clear strategy. You guys could pair strong and weak pair and pair it together and try to get the confirmations coming out of the market to make some good trades out of it. Okay, so I hope that helps you guys. But certainly that is one of the very few examples I could be showing you guys how you guys could be using the trades and make some good opportunities happening out of there. Okay, alright, for now it seems that tonight's currency pair is a bit mixed, and there's not a lot of good chances appearing right now, because from what I could be looking at, prices at some of the forex pairs started to slow down. As you guys could see, prices has been moving mostly slow, especially on this currency pairs such as the AUD, NZD, CAD, Euro. But tonight's the strongest pair is still coming out of this market. As you guys could see, forex pair from the Swiss franc, the Japanese yen, and certainly coming out from the weakest pair is coming out from the pound sterling, guys. Okay, so certainly against this currency pair, you guys could be finding some short-term opportunities and certainly try to see what are the short-term changes happening on these currency pairs, and you guys could be using this kind of techniques and find some good chances out there for you guys as well. Alright, so if you guys love what you guys have been hearing on our market analysis across different trading assets, you guys could definitely don't forget to follow us and subscribe if you guys don't want to forget or miss out on any important insights we are sharing with you guys. And certainly if you guys love what you guys have been hearing about, you guys could give us your thumbs up, give us your likes, it means a lot. Thank you very much for your support, for your thumbs up, for your likes, guys. Alright, it means a lot to us. And certainly we'll be continuing with what we have already been looking at the market. Gold market has been moving quite well, as I've already said to you guys. Make sure that you guys don't miss out on those chances, because I see there's still some good chances that could be happening on the market. And definitely, like I said, short-term opportunities happening on the currency market, you guys could still be utilizing those short-term chances to make some good trades out of it as well. Okay, for now, market is on the forex side is a little bit slow, so I would say be patient, and if there's any good chances, don't force your trades as well. But certainly pound sterling has been quite a bit weakened. This could be one of the good chances could be appearing in the market as well. Alright, so right now let us head back towards our gold market trade and see what has already been happening on this gold market. So far, like I said, everything has been quite on track with what we have been saying. On the short run, there's a good chances that prices could be improving and going better on the short run. With what has been happening, this could be a good chances to see prices could be hitting back towards the high. So this could be your price target if you guys would love to say that. But certainly if you guys are trading on a short term, I believe that most of you guys are trading to achieve 100, 200 pips, maybe most for short-term trade. Certainly there's a lot of good chances to buy near the low, sell near the highs, with this market moving on this low and limited market range so far, guys. All right, so gold market has been moving on those ranges, and I believe silver market is also moving on the same behavior, despite the trend has been weak, but movement has been quite similar between gold and silver. And US dollar index, as we have already been mentioning, has been quite stable but still remain weakened on the long run, guys. Okay, so let us go back towards the gold, see how it has been moving. I'm still very much optimistic to see how the market works next, guys. Okay, alright, so if you guys love what you guys have been hearing, definitely you guys could give us a support by following us, subscribe, and don't forget to share your thumbs up, share your likes. It means a lot, your support, and certainly we know that you guys love what you guys have been hearing about as well. Okay, so if you guys do have any other questions about the market, you guys could let me know, and certainly we'll be open a discussion with you guys. If you guys love to get any insights about your thoughts and see how can I help you guys. Okay, for now we'll try to see whether we could be seeing a good chances happening on the last half hour on the remaining of our live streaming sessions, and see where it brings us next after this. Alright, so later on I'll be touching on some important topics, especially tonight has been quite a tough market for some markets, such as the oil market, which has already been hit the toughest over the last week, and we are going to see much more reactions coming out from the stock indices, especially after showing such a huge market movement happening. We are expecting that there could be some rebound happening on the short term, especially on those stock indices, where tonight we have already been seeing the Hang Seng Index, the Hong Kong stock indices, has been dropping by almost a total of 13.8%. Meanwhile, we also started to see that the US futures stock market also started to drop, but already managed to have some rebound. So I'm already expecting there will be some rebounds happening on this short-term market rebounds. So that will be our next discussions for tonight live streaming sessions. So if you guys love what you guys have been hearing around, you guys could definitely follow us and subscribe, and don't forget to catch out our next live streaming sessions, because on there we'll be sharing our market analysis with you guys. We've been touching a lot of topics since we started, and make sure that you guys don't miss out any information on our next live streaming sessions. So if you guys wanted to get those information, you guys could give us your thumbs up, give us your likes, and definitely don't forget to follow and subscribe to our account. Alright guys, okay, prices has remained quite well, nothing much has changed, and certainly I'm still very much bullish on the short term for the gold market, as you guys could see. Alright, so if you guys do have any other questions about the market, or if you guys do have any other thoughts about how the market is working, check it out. Okay, so definitely we've already been doing some lovely trades last week, especially on my private signal channel. We've already been winning 100% winning rate last week, guys. Okay, so if you guys wanted to get those trading ideas, you guys could also check out my profile, check out my account, and click on the link there if you guys wanted to get some access into my private trading signal, guys, because I'm not sharing it here. If you guys wanted to know more, you guys could check out my account, click on the link there, and join it on the link, because on there you guys could be getting some exclusive access on my trading ideas as well. So far from what we have already been talking about, most of the things that's been happening and has been following in the track as what we have already been saying, and we have already put a certain price tag what could be happening next at the end of our live streaming sessions. And so far everything has been going quite on track, nothing much has changed, and something I hope that you guys don't miss out on these opportunities, because we are very close to see our price actions getting towards our price target as well, guys. Okay. Okay, so next we'll be touching on the oil market, so stay tuned. And we'll also be touching on some of what could be happening next on the US stock indices as well. Okay, so far what we've already been looking at has been happening and nothing much has changed, and I definitely hope that you guys could be getting some insights what could be happening, because we've really been touching on a lot of topics: gold, silver, forex pair, and definitely we are going to touch on the oil market topic next, guys. Okay, so if you guys have been missing out on the other analysis, I hope that you guys could follow us on our next live streaming session, because we'll be touching on those topics usually at the early market sessions. So if you guys don't want to miss it out, you guys could definitely give us your support by following us, subscribe, and definitely give us your thumbs up if you guys wanted to hear more out of us, guys. Okay, so our live streaming sessions will be starting from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Singaporean time, and then we'll be moving on to our VIP analysis side, where we'll be touching on more exclusive details on how could be the possible market movements, what could be the ranges, what could be the targets. And definitely if you guys wanted to get those access, you guys need to follow our account, click on the link, and you guys could get more access on our VIP classes as well. Alright guys, so now let us touch on the oil market topic as we have already been promising you guys. So what has been happening on the oil market? So it's a very clear market, guys. So oil market has been quite weakened as we have already predicted for most of the times. And right now what we could be seeing that the oil market has been going down weaker as well over the last few days, because it has been very clear on the long run there's a huge impact by the market, where tariff has been pushing down the demand for oil market in the long run, and we are expecting the same thing could be happening now. Why I'm saying that? Because if you guys check it out right now, because we've already been dropping from the peak at around $79 at January, and right now we've already been hitting $60, and even the lowest tonight has already been hitting at around $58.73. So saying these weaknesses itself isn't a very good sign coming out of the market, and I'm expecting that further weaknesses could be slowed down for now, where we've already been seeing that market has been going quite strong over the last few days, and I'm expecting a slowdown in terms of the market movement happening on the oil side. So with these weaknesses started to appear, I'm expecting a short-term rebound, especially if we are hitting the lower side and there's a strong support at around $60, which we have already been seeing that prices has been able to rebound from its low at this daily chart. So that means that prices has been quite depressed, and definitely we are going to see a little bit of rebound before seeing why the next market movement next, which I'm still expecting that the market movement will still be weaker, with all prices already hitting the lows of 2021 based on the chart patterns right now. We have already been seeing trend has still been very clear, it's been downtrend, power has still been weakened, and there's no signs that there's a reversal coming up next. So a short-term rebound is not a reversal, and certainly we are still seeing the continuation of the downtrend still happening. So that's the view on the long run. And what could be happening on the short term, guys? So based on the short term market, as you guys could be seeing, that after hitting the lows, it started to rebound. This could be actually part of the short term rebound, as I've already mentioned to you guys. However, we are still seeing that prices have still remained quite stagnant and unable to break out of its resistance or the highs of today at $60.70. So this could actually be one of the signs that a short term rebound has already been achieved, and we're gonna need more information on how the tariff side could be working, because the more the tariff issue is complex, and certainly there will be less demand coming out from the oil market itself. So I'm expecting that further information or further involvement in further informations changes in terms of what and who could be relaxing the tariff could be actually a very positive news on the oil market. But for now, everything still remains under pressure, guys. Okay, short-term rebound has been achieved, and I'm still expecting prices could still be relatively in a high resistance area around $60.55, guys. Okay, so if you guys are trading on the oil market, you guys have been putting a buy position, a long position, I would suggest that you guys, if you're trading for the short run, be careful, guys, because near here we are still seeing a high pressure. But if it able to break out higher, then that's a different story. But for now, I'm not seeing any chances to be happening on the near few minutes or the new few hours. I'm still expecting prices to remain weakened for now, especially we are not seeing any changes or any improvement from the tariff side as well, guys. Okay, so definitely we need to see a more news involvement and see how the evolution changes from there as well. Okay, so for now, if you guys think that this is a very good time to do a short, I'm also thinking the same thing, because we are near the high, prices have been moving on a sideways. This could be a very low risk scenario for you guys to put up your trade as well, guys. So pay attention, this could be a very good time to make a very good risk reward trade as well, guys. Okay, because prices remain weakened, we are near the today's high. This could be a very good chances for you guys as well. Alright, so next we are going to look at what has been happening on the stock indices, guys. Okay, so let us switch our focus and try to see what is the latest development coming out from the gold market? Prices have still remained quite weak. I'm expecting that it could take some time before we see prices start to change, and certainly right now we haven't seen any of those changes as expected. Okay, prices hasn't been able to break out higher, and there's a good chances to see prices to remain under pressure, guys, as you guys could see. Be careful, and certainly we are going to see the same thing happening on the silver market as well. Okay, so right now let us see what is happening on the US stock market, guys. Alright, so what is happening on the US stock market? So as you guys could see, prices here still remains under pressure. It has been broken down. We are still seeing that prices remain weaker and weaker, and there's no signs of a reversal happening for now because prices have still remain weak. But certainly after hitting the lows, this is actually a very good sign that market started to slow down. So that's one of the very good signs I will be saying, guys. And second of all, this shows us that market has been quite slow, but overall the improvement has still been well, and showing us that there is good hope to see that prices will be improving next, guys. Okay. Okay, so from here, the long-term trend hasn't been really changing. We are still seeing that US stock analysis still remains under pressure, no signs of improvement, and certainly we are expecting that prices should remain weaker as well, guys. Okay, so with that, I'm expecting that prices should remain under pressure, and you guys need to be careful, because with this kind of market movement, we could be actually seeing the possibility that market could still remain under a huge pressure next, guys, because we already see that how the market has been moving, how it has been moving over the last few days, where we have already been seeing that prices still remains under pressure, especially coming out from the overall global market, where we've already been seeing not just on the US stock market, we've already been seeing what has been happening on the European, we've already been seeing what has been happening on the Asian side. Middle East stock indices, I believe that most of those market is also still involved in this downtrend. It seems that there are no changes on site, and I'm expecting that there will be bigger market movement heading lower next. Although, one of the very first few things I would say, after such a huge decline, I'm still expecting that prices should be heading for a small rebound. So let's say after such a huge decline, I'm expecting at the very least to see prices to touch at least 18,000 before heading down lower. So I'm expecting that prices should be having the possibility to return towards this price action before further clarification are needed. Yes, okay. So I'm expecting prices to start to have a short-term rebound on the US stock indices before we could be seeing what could be the next market reactions happening on the US stock indices. And this just not involves only what could be happening on the US 100. It's also the same case what is happening on the rest of the stock indices on the US side, where most of them has been continuing its downtrend. And certainly on this price itself, we have actually been looking at a very good opportunity. And why I'm saying that, because we are very near the low and also touching the supports before even US President Donald Trump has been elected. So this is actually a very good sign that this could be one of the good chances to see prices could remain and start building up from the low after facing such a huge correction on the market. So definitely I'm expecting a rebound happening on the market after such a huge decline on most of the trading assets, especially in the stock indices. And definitely I know that most of you guys will be paying attention towards US 100, the Nasdaq 100. So I believe that this could be a very good reflective for you guys to see what could be the changes happening on the market next for you guys. Alright, so I hope that you guys could learn something out of tonight's live streaming sessions. And certainly we are doing these live streaming sessions with you guys every day from Monday to Friday, 6:30 to 8 p.m. Singaporean time. And if you guys wanted more exclusive analysis, you guys could also be checking out my account and click on the link and get more information how you guys could be getting a much more detailed VIP analysis from us as well, guys. Okay, so and definitely I hope if you guys love what you guys have been hearing, you guys could follow us, subscribe, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up, give us your likes. It means a lot that you guys love what you guys have been hearing on our analysis side, guys. Okay, so let me just show you a few of the other markets that has been under pressure for most of the time, with what I'd say the most notable declines also happening not just only on the US stock market, but also on the best performing stock indices this year, where we are seeing the Hong Kong 50 indexes also started to slow down. As you guys could see, prices have been dropping that much, and this is right now we are looking on daily time frame. But certainly one of the biggest changes that has been happening on the market is we have already been seeing that prices started to rebound after hitting the lows, even though the drop has been much. But certainly the drop has, I would say, been quite good, because after hitting the lows, there's actually a good chances to see a possible opportunity of a rebound happening, and we could be actually seeing that prices could be at least hitting back towards 21,000 on the short-term rebound maximum, seeing how the development of the tariff side. And certainly there's a good chances to see this strong performing stock indices could be actually coming back towards near the highs if anything goes well in terms of what is the development of the tariff side, guys. Okay, so other than the Hong Kong stock indices, we actually see that Germany stock indices is actually one of the best performing this year together with the Asian stock indices. But so far here the drop has been quite drastic, and like I said, guys, I'm expecting we could be hitting back towards its previous support area after such a huge decline. And the decline tonight hasn't been that much and hasn't been supported with such a huge volume. So certainly this could be a good chances to see that the strongest stock indices have been overperforming and the rebound has been faster than expected as well. And here, okay, so I hope you guys could know that there's a further improvement could be happening on the market, guys. Alright, so let us go back to gold and give you guys a little bit of recap, and later on we'll be continuing on our VIP analysis class. And I hope that you guys don't miss out on it, because on those classes we'll be giving you guys a little bit detailed analysis of what could be happening and what you guys could be preparing next on the market. Alright, but definitely if you guys wanting something more than just analysis, we actually do have some trading ideas, recommendations for you guys. And in order for you guys to get that access, you guys also need to check out my profile. And on my profile, you guys can click on the link and get information and an exclusive sneak peek on how my trading idea works as well. So if you guys are very much interested to get those kind of trading ideas, recommendations, you guys could be checking out my profile and click on the link there for more information, guys. All right. Alright, prices started to return back towards its sideways, and certainly this gives us the confirmation prices won't be hitting near this, but prices is almost very near. So certainly we are still seeing that prices for tonight on gold should remain quite under the same ranges between 30.15 towards 30.45 max. And I believe the same thing is also happening on the silver market. So be careful, and like I said, guys, if you guys have really been doing some trades, certainly I'm still expecting that tonight's market movement won't be that much and there won't be a lot of news, so prices will remain quite slow as well. So be careful, guys. And certainly right now we have already been getting the confirmations that right now a short idea would be much a better scenario based on the changes that we have already been seeing over the last 1.5 hours, guys. Okay, so we've already been doing this live analysis with you guys for quite some times, and I hope you guys have been learning something about what is happening on the short term, what could be happening on the long run. But if you guys wanted more exclusive analysis with much more details, you guys could also be joining our VIP classes. And if you guys wanted to get more of it, you guys could be checking our profile and click on the link, and you guys could get more information about those VIP classes where I'll be starting soon. So you guys, if you guys wanted to get more insights about that, you guys could be joining our VIP analysis site as well. Alright. Okay, so let me give you guys a little bit of conclusion. Tonight we are still seeing that the gold remain quite under stagnant, under huge selling pressure, and hasn't been showing any signs of improvement. So that's one of the very first things that we are looking at. And the same thing is also happening on the silver market, where there will be a little bit of strong selling pressure happening together with the gold with the oil market as well. So I would say that tonight's market has been able to give us some good reactions on the higher side, even though for a short run. But now prices is started to conform back towards its sideways range, and right now we are near the high. So certainly a short position will be a much better thing to do after getting the confirmations coming out of the market. So I hope that you guys have been enjoying our live analysis together with you guys, and I hope if you guys are late, you guys could follow us, subscribe, so you guys don't be late for the next market analysis together. I hope to see you guys tomorrow, and I'll be starting my VIP classes soon. If you guys want to get more information on trading ideas, VIP detailed class, you guys could be checking out profile, click on the link and get access to those soon. See you guys there. Bye.